If I'm an Orlando fan, I am just absolutely over the moon about this guy because he is special. Unbelievable Mavs Magic game that came down to the very end. Paolo Banchero had an unbelievable missed free throw at the end that gave them a chance, and Franz Wagner missed one at the buzzer. But the Mavs came down from 16 and won that game. But the reason I'm mentioning this is not to get in depth on that game, because neither of us saw it in its entirety. It's that I did see the Magic since we last spoke in person. And you know I love this team, this Magic team. I walked out of that arena. Joe Ingles missed a three at the buzzer, and Memphis won the game. But I walked out of the arena thinking two things. First one was, there's no doubt in my mind that Banchero is going to be one of the 5 to 10 best players in the league. And he's going to be one of those
5 to 10 best.
Yes,
Wow.
Yes. Kevin, he is absolutely awesome already for his age. I didn't see some vintage Banchero performance either. But just watching him out there, I'm like, brother, when he gets it all figured out, this is a problem because the size, the skill, and the tenacity to go along with it, he's got all the goods to be one of the absolute best players in the entire NBA. That's what I thought when I saw him. Very rarely have I walked out of an arena and thought, whoa, now. Like, obviously it happened with Wemby. After I saw him, I'm like, geez Louise, imagine what this guy's going to look like at 25. But that's the feeling I had when I walked out. I'm like, what is this guy going to look like when it's, the age that most guys are winning, 25, 26, 27. When he gets to 27, 28, there's no question in my mind. If he stays uninjured, by the time he's 27, 28, Banchero is going to be one of the best 5 to 10 players in the league, for sure. For sure.
Everything you just described, Chris, is why I put Banchero number 1 in his draft class. Tough year. Jabari Smith, a lot of people had him. Chet Holmgren, a lot of people had him. But with Banchero, it's exactly what you said. 6'10" with guard-like quickness and fluidity and side-to-side lateral ability just to move and change positions with the ball in his hands, the passing feel. He doesn't even have currently, with the state of this Magic roster, that two-man guy. Like, now Barnes has Quickly in Toronto, Murray and Jokic in Denver, Dame and Giannis in Milwaukee. What happens when Paolo Banchero at 6'10" gets paired with a 6'4", 6'5" sharp-shooting guard who can handle the ball and run two-man handoffs and pick and rolls with them? Like, it could be a glorious, like, amazing.
Guards. They just need a couple of guards because he does what he does without them being – you don't have to honor them shooting. They're the worst three-point shooting team in the world. They can't hit any – they shoot like 30% from three.
Yep.
It's crazy. Like, you get them some spacing and you get them some guys that could just, it doesn't even have to be guys like I texted you over the weekend. I'm like, even a guy like a Malcolm Brogdon, just a standstill. Hey, I could throw it to you and you could knock down an open three for me, right? You could kind of organize me because they could run so much of the offense through Franz and Banchero. But look, they've been really, really struggling. They need to get them some guys that can stretch that floor out. But and I know everybody always wants to win right now, and I hope they can get it back together and be able to be a playoff team. We have lamented the fact that we want more new teams, fun teams to be involved and young guys to be able to take their lumps. But all I will say is it's going to be like, this is a long-term thing. And I think you do have to just enjoy the fact, like, hopefully you could have a good record this year. Hopefully you can get to the playoffs. But, man, if I'm an Orlando fan, I am just absolutely over the moon about this guy because he is special.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think with them, it's the type of thing where Banchero, he's doing this despite the fact that he's not a knockdown or even a plus shooter yet. He's an average, a below average shooter. Franz Wagner even though Franz Wagner's still a guy hitting well over 80% of his free throws, he's at 85% again this year. He's still a 30% shooter from three. Once Wagner becomes, you would hope at some point, a 38, 39% three-point shooter as he extends his range and it matches his free throw production. And hopefully at some point, Banchero is better from the perimeter. I mean, we talk about the need for a guard, right? And but you do have Jalen Suggs, you do have Anthony Black. This is kind of a by committee situation. It's almost not even a ball handling guard you need. It's more just a shooting guard that you need to manifest. Because you do have some of those smaller handlers to pair with him. It's just you need that knockdown shooting presence. And maybe it'll end up being Jet Howard, who has had some good moments in the G League this year. Maybe it'll end up being him, but that could take a while.
Space, though, if you give them some space, Katie bar the door. Because he has got that.
Yeah.
Just get to the basket to him. Boy, special player. So I did want to mention that because I didn't get to see him since we last spoke. And look, I watched him in a loss and walked out of the arena like, Jesus, this guy, this guy is going to be something else for a long time in this league.
It wasn't even one of his better games of the season. Not even close.
No, not even close. I think he had 35 tonight in that Dallas game.
Yes. But that speaks to it. It's like this month he's averaging 25 points, 6 assists, 6 rebounds. It's big time numbers, just raw box score stuff. His efficiency is up and down, but his efficiency should improve as the roster around him fits his needs to optimize his production as a player. And also, it's hard to beat Luka when he's scoring in the 40s. At least it's not the 70s, though.
Understood.